Hello, my dear friend. Welcome to this live stream. I'm gonna show you the 5 steps to get from stuckness into flow state. And first, I'm gonna talk about that, and then I am going to share a meditation, the Elevated Master Coach meditation, also known as magical morning meditation. I'm gonna share a beautiful story about how I woke up at 6 a.m. this morning with a quiz from my son about gaming, something I totally know nothing about, and how I use that opportunity to train my intuition, and how you can train your intuition as well. And what else? I think that is it for this live stream. My name is Peter Svenning, and I am running something called Leadership by Heart Master Coaching. And I love, right now I'm live. So I'm just sharing that to a group in Messenger called Master Coach, because that is the beautiful master coaches I'm working with. And they are incredible at leaving their insights as comments under these videos. So if you feel so inclined, if you're here, you get anything out of it, you have an insight, aha, a eureka, whatever it is, please leave a comment and I would be so joyful to read it. Because the thing is, I do record videos like this almost every day. And I do my meditation, magical morning meditation every day. But a lot of times I don't do it live and direct on camera. And I just have so much energy and love and joy from being live with you. So if you're here and you appreciate that I am actually sharing it live, I would be honored to do it more and maybe almost every day. So if you're into that, please leave a comment, because that comment will give me some signal that Peter, don't just do this behind closed doors, because I am behind closed doors. Do it live with us. If so, I'm happy to do so. But then I need you to comment. Okay, that's it. So instead of me recording a video in English, as you see, I have extremely sexy Norwegian accent, and that accent is because I'm Norwegian. And in Norway, I've been doing hundreds of live streams. I've been recording and spreading and publishing over 1,000 videos by now, and I really want to spread the message worldwide. That's why I'm choosing this universal language of English to reach you. So please look beyond that beautiful, charming accent into the content and where it takes you, because it's all about you. So that's why I'm doing this now, even though a lot of my current audience is Norwegians, I'm also doing it in English. But for all your Norwegians, hey, I still love you. I still gonna do my things in Norwegian. We still have our master coach certification in Norwegian, and my English is so easy to understand. It's almost like a Norwegian prime minister, because the Norwegian prime ministers are known for talking really rubbish English or easy to understand. And for some, they actually do it because it gives them this very special fragrance. So like Jens Stoltenberg, he's the chief in NATO, and is that, yeah, I think that's what it's called international as well. And I think he's deliberately speaking Norwegian like this because you can understand I am Norwegian when I'm speaking like this, and it gives him more of a position because I'm coming from this country of Norway and I am not from some other English native speaking country, meaning my perspective has a different waving, has a different um, level of authority. So it is what it is. I'm here. I'm a former monk, no master coach maker, and I'm here to share the first video with you, which is coming up now. Please comment along and I'll get back to it before I go into the next segment, which is the magical morning meditation. So the first one is, when life sucks, then you need these 5 steps to go from stuckness and into flow. So let's go straight into it. The first thing is that when you argue with reality, you lose 100% of the time. Because when life sucks, when stuff happens that you don't want to happen, it's like you lost control. And we tend to fight it because we humans, we don't like change. We try to do whatever we can to avoid change. And when change is apparent, we hide. We don't want to face it. But The first step to get out of stuckness and into flow and love and joy is to actually face it. But you don't have to accept it like, oh, this is great. No, it is not like uh, having a slap and then turning the other cheek, because that's for really high masters. It's instead of seeing, aha, so this is happening, and I can acknowledge that this is in fact happening. You don't have to accept it, but if you acknowledge it, it's like, okay, this is the situation. And then you are also somewhat liberated from being reactive to that. So that's the first thing. Instead of arguing with reality, because you lose every time, you acknowledge it. And a very strange and beautiful way of doing that is to acknowledge it by saying a strange, beautiful, transformative sentence that we use as master coaches all the time. And that sentence is, I acknowledge all of this, whatever it may be, all the way to the bottom of it, wherever it's stuck in my body and my system, and all the way back to its origin, whenever it started. And for this moment, right now, it's okay. That sounds like a lot. But just go into whatever is holding you back right now, whatever is troubling you, pardon me, whatever doesn't feel good. And then just allow it to be here. And instead of pushing it away and neglecting it, embrace it just for now, for a moment, and just say, hey, I acknowledge you, whatever you are, all the way to the bottom, all the way back to when it started. And it's okay. So it's a movement. And in that movement, you're actually freeing yourself up on a mental, emotional, spiritual, and energetic plane. And you can even maybe feel it physically. No guarantees. But the thing is, this way of meeting whatever is in your life, overwhelming you or making you feel powerless, this way of meeting it sets you free. This is the first step, and I have 4 more. And then I'll show you a way to supercharge it in a way where you really get to live it. So the second one is very close, but also different to what we just said. So when life sucks, I try to not just avoid it, like we talked about, but avoiding the feelings. And I don't think I'm alone. I think a lot of people are trying to avoid feelings because knowing that you have an unpleasant, bad feeling underneath is something that is threatening to us and our well-being. So we try to avoid it at all costs, and like put it under the carpet, pretend that it's not happening, or make a mental pathway around it with some NLP technique. But the thing is, that will never go away until you meet it. It's like a screaming child. If I got a 3-year-old coming through my door, and thank God I have a 3-year-old in my life, and she screams quite loud. If she steps in here and she started to scream, what shall I do? Should I cover my ears? Should I pretend like I'm not hearing her? Impossible. Should I throw a blanket over her? Should I try to build a new pathway around her for my neural thoughts not to notice her? Should I model someone else? Find someone on the internet? How do you handle screaming 3 years old? No. What is the most natural way to do? What's the most natural way of approaching this? Yeah, it's actually being human. A 3-year-old is crying. I go down to her level. I embrace her if I can. I hold her. I see her. And I breathe with her. And I'm saying, it's okay. Come. Everything is welcome here. Your crying is welcome here. You're welcome here. And just from that moment, she or he, the 3-year-old, and the feelings are seen and accepted. And as soon as they're accepted, acknowledged, embraced, that's the word. As soon as they are embraced, it relaxes. And then you can see a 3-year-old changing states from stuckness, from crying, into flow and joy and a next moment of playfulness in an instant. And that is the power. That is what we try to achieve. So this is what we actually can have happen by embracing your feelings. And how do you do that? Well, I'll get to that in a moment. I'll just tell you that there's big spiritual um, teachers out there that have been referencing the work of without mentioning them. The first one, not arguing with reality, but accepting it, or even better, acknowledging it. A part of that is something Byron Katie has been talking a lot about. That's cool. I think this goes even deeper because it is this energetic component with this. I acknowledge all of this all the way back to its origin. And then this next thing here is embracing your feelings. There's a great teacher. Oh, and his name just slipped. No, it's coming back. Michael Singer. He has written an enormously fantastic book, one of the best in the world ever. It's called The Surrender Experiment, which was all about him finding inner peace, and when he was like in the early 20s or late teenage years, and he decided to dedicate his whole life to that inner peace. And then he tried to avoid everything in his life that would take him out of that, until that became so much inner struggle that he decided to release his battle with reality and say yes to everything. And that was his surrender experience. And I will not reveal the whole book, but let me tell you that from not wanting to do anything else than surrendering into love and joy in this moment, he ended up having a multi-billion-dollar company from love, from service, not from ever being a strategic guy about it. So the thing is, a lot of material and outside things in the world can happen when you do this internal shift of embracing the feelings. Because what he says is, what is his method? Because he also has a whole book and a series called The Untethered Soul, meaning untethered is like you have these balloons going up with people sitting in them, and those wires holding them back is called tethered. So when you lose what's holding you back, you float up. That is the meaning of the title. I've spent a lot of time understanding that because I'm not English speaking originally, as you know. So this balloon floats up when we untether it, when we take off what's holding us back. Everything in this book is magic, except when it comes to how to do it, I feel that's where it's lacking, because it says the only technique you need is to relax and release. Like, what the heck is that? Relax and release. Well, the first thing is to acknowledge, as I said, that this is an issue. Acknowledge it all the way to the bottom and to its origin. And right now, in this very moment, it's okay. The next thing is to treat it as the 3-year-old coming into the room, embracing her. Yes. And then that is the relax and release. When you have feelings you're avoiding and you meet those feelings, you embrace them and you release them. Then you're free, because we have this tendency to think that feelings that I am repressing will be a huge freaking drama and will cover my life in all ways for the next 5 years. Whilst in reality, it only takes like 8 seconds to like embrace, to breathe in, allow the feeling in, allow myself to feel the feeling, and then let it go. That's all. So now let's do it. Feel into whatever feeling you have, be with it, and let it go. That's it. Which brings us to the third step, which is to shift your state and be a master of your state. But how the heck do you do that? As I said, I'll supercharge this with a guided meditation. I'll share that with you in just a few moments. The thing is, you first need to remember who you are. And you really need to remember not only who you are as a spiritual being, as like a omnipresent, unlimited, free soul, but also why you're here on this planet right now in time, and why you're here and what you have to give. and who you want to uplift. And when you get out of me, I have this problem, I have that stuckness, I have this issue, these people are like that, and this situation sucks because la 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 la, all that stuff. When you change your focus from the limited I, the ego, to that expanded true nature of who you are, then from that space, that's very close. That's where you get into your unlimited power. That's when you get into allowing that to flow through you, so you can be of service. You can be a channel of love, of light, of joy, of calm, of peace, of freedom, of dancing, of enjoying the moments. And that's who you really are. There's a super intense and fantastic way to get there. Maybe not so intense, it's up to you, but it's a shortcut, and it's meditation. But not like I'm trying to control my mind, but actually I'm accessing this powerhouse. I call it, in region, I've been calling it the magical morning meditation. I'm now looking for, what should I call it in English? And there's some other guy who like made a magical morning meditation a couple of years ago. I don't know if he's around anymore. It's not the same thing. And I'm wondering if I should call this the Master Coach meditation. So let me know in the comments what you think I should call this meditation. But actually, it is a meditation that propels you and uplifts you into this realm of being who you are, and finding why you're here in this moment in time, and how you can expand and give your love and light to the world and uplift people. And that's number 3. So that's coming up. And at the end of that meditation, we do what I call number 4. Step number 4 is the magic itself. This one step alone, taken out of the whole mix and applied every single day in your life, will change your life. It's the most magical ever, and you know it. The thing is, do you actually spend energy, time, and feel into it every single day, multiple times every day? That is the big question, because knowing it and applying it is 2 different things. It's like when we work with master coaching, the information about how to change your life is out there. Google, YouTube, it's full of it. And now with AI, it's so easy to get information. But transformation needs someone that sees you, holds you, and sees what's possible for you, and sees what's holding you back, and help you release that. That's what master coaches do. We do that all the time. And this, number 4, is the magic that you know, that I applaud you and salute you for using more and more and more, applying it. What is it? It's, of course, the question, what are you grateful for right now? And a way to ease into that is to finish up the sentence. I'm so happy and grateful that I get to notice that I'm here with you right now. I'm so happy and grateful that I get to notice that I have a free flowing in my body, and I feel soft and vital. I am so happy and grateful that I notice that I feel expanded inside of myself, and in connection with my source, with who I really am, and with you and your source. And hopefully there's a vibe of energy, so you get to remember who you are and how you can serve others and lift people as well. That is the whole magical equation. And in this meditation I'm about to share with you, there is actually 3 steps. One is we expand our presence in the very moments, and we use a deep path to enlightenment, and a living enlightenment that you actually can. Awakening is a better word, because it's not a switch, one-time switch. It is something we choose every moment. The first step, first phase. The second phase is that we create by connecting to this source in us and flowing it out. And how would that look like? And we travel into our future, and we live it now as if we were expanded already. And the third phase is that we go into active magic master meditation. That's cool. Thank you. We go into an expanded version of who we are. We go into gratefulness in advance, gratefulness for everything that has been created in the spiritual realm for us already. And we're only here to embrace it and allow it in and claim it and live it. And that's what we do. So that's the 3 phases of the meditation I'm going to share with you. And also, I'm about to share, that was the 4th step. I'm about to share the 5th step. Before I do that, I've been babbling a lot without telling you who I really am. My name is Peter Svenning. I'm running this Elevated Master Coaches certification program. And I have a free training, which is available for you if you like English. It's at petersvenning.com. That's where I have a free training. And in that free training, you also get private access to me, where seriously, will be on text message. You can ask me any question you like, and I'm here to serve you. And why can I do that? Because this is my mission. This is why I'm here. And if you like that, it's free and it's at petersvenning.com. And if you're watching this and you're Norwegian and you're like, "Ooh, this sounds cool, but is it available in Norwegian?" Oh, yeah, it is. Go over to either petersvenning.no or coachbook.no, which is Norwegian, saying that's my new book and it's out for you and you can read it and you can have a training going along with it, and you can also reach out and we can have text message conversation in Norwegian if you like. So yeah, thank you so much. If that feels right for you, go for it. If not, that's cool too. The 5th step of getting from being stuck to into a flow state is to take inspired action. And to stay in the new state is different than shifting into it, because we've been talking a lot about how you can shift it, how you can stop arguing with reality and then acknowledge what's happening, how you can embrace your feelings and then be free from them and feel better and better and better feelings. We've been talking about how you shift states by remembering who you really are and why you're here and how you can serve. We've been talking about how to go into an active state of magical gratefulness, to really feel into the expansion. And seriously, the feeling there is the secret. And then the 5th state is to stay there and not just lose it. So how do you do that? Well, from this new state we've been talking about, you ask yourself for inner guidance. What is the main thing for me to focus on today and this week? And then you take that as gospel. You take that as the one thing. Everything else needs to wait. This is the one thing I do. And then your action aligns to your inspiration. And your inspiration means from spirit, in spirit. So you allow your spirit to be inspiring you into action. So your beingness and your doingness becomes one. Like Frank Sinatra would have said, "Doobie doobie 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 doo." So that's the whole thing. You want to move from just to, and also not into doing, but you want to actually merge the two into one unified feel of inspired action. So that is how you shift the state right now. And if you like to do it together with me, I can guide you step by step through this magical master meditation. And you can get there by clicking this video right now. And I'll guide you through the 3 phases you need to shift your state from stuck to flow. And you can use it whenever you want. So click here, watch it, and save it for later. And that is for the hopefully edited version of this video. And now we're here again, back in the live stream. And I'm about to guide you into a magical morning meditation, or a magical master meditation, someone said. Magic master meditation was a good name coming up. I asked you for inputs. I'll read more of your comments down below. I see good morning here. Thank you very much. And from several of you. Hilde says, "I think Magical Morning by Peter could be a name. I'm so happy and grateful for all the knowledge. I'm so happy and grateful for you and all the shiny people coming into my life. I'm so happy and grateful to discover I'm a powerful goddess." Yeah, and creator you are. That's amazing. I'll have a sip of my blue water, and hopefully my radiance will shine more bluish, maybe purple. Let's see. You tell me in the comments, right? Yes, also, now we see how to do it. I'm having this idea that I'll keep on doing this going forward. When I'm planning to make content, which is what I do, I record videos a lot and I spread them on all different social medias. and I'm building up a YouTube channel. So what I plan to do is to come in here and do a magical morning meditation, or maybe it's called a magic master meditation. That's cool. Magic master coach meditation. That would be even cooler. Let me know in the comments, as you know. And then I'll make different segments like I just did, and it's natural. And I'm making a lot of mistakes, bloopers. That's cool. That can be edited away. So sometimes you'll hear me say the same thing again. Sometimes you'll hear me say the same thing again. Sometimes I touch my ear when I said something, and then I'll say the same thing without touching my ear. So if you feel okay with that, that's cool. And let's have fun, because, this is not a stiff welcome to the recording session. I'm going to read a script. Come on, let's be real. So let's do that meditation, shall we? Okay, thank you for being here. I love you. So, welcome to this meditation. In this meditation, we are going to go through 3 phases that will bring you into a magical life where you can master your reality, shift your states, and give your love and light from your heart. So the 3 phases are: first, we're going to expand our presence. The second phase, we are going to move into our heart and connect with our highest available state and create the reality and live it as if it happened already. And the third phase, we are going to go in from that space into active gratitude to create more of what we want in our life. If you're open for that, come on, join in. And you can also save this meditation and come back to it and do it again and again and again. Because the more you do it, the more it will evolve and expand you, and the better and deeper understanding and feeling and experience you will have. So feel free to join in. Let's close our eyes. Well, at least if you want. Allow yourself to notice your breath just as it is. Just allow it to be as it is right now. Let go of everything you don't need anymore. On your out breath. Again, breathe in. And let go on the out breath. And again, just breathe in and allow yourself to experience your breath. And just let go on the out breath. Yeah. And then notice your body. Just allow your body to be just as it is right now, whatever it may be. Just allow that to be just as it is. Whatever you feel, it's good in your body, it's okay, just allow it. And if you feel any stiffness or soreness or pain or whatever you feel, breathe in and just allow that to be there as well. And for now, don't fight it, just allow it. And breathe out. And now we can breathe into the feelings we have access to right now, whatever they are. And this is just an exercise to get to know our feelings. Just allow yourself to breathe in and bring whatever feeling you can into your heart and your chest right now. Be with it as long as it needs to. And when you're ready, on your out breath, breathe out and let it go out. Again, breathe in. Bring whatever feeling, allow it to be here. When it's ready, release it on the out breath. Breathe in. Allow yourself to be with whatever is felt. And breathe out and let it be. Let go. And do it again in your own tempo, in your own style. Just breathe in. Bring whatever feeling is here. Allow it to be here. Embrace it. And release it on out breath. That's perfect. Cool. And now allow yourself to notice your thoughts without getting entangled and involved in them. Just allow yourself to notice thoughts passing by, coming in at one side of your inner screen, and in their own tempo, just passing over to the other side, while you allow yourself to just notice. You don't have to go with them. Just allow yourself to sink deeper back into yourself, into that which is aware. It's like every thought is a cloud drifting by, and you are the sky surrounding it, holding it, allowing it. And just allow that to happen. Observe your thoughts just as they are right now. And now you're ready to go one step deeper, one flight down, by asking yourself a question, not to find the answer, but to allow the question to take you on a journey inwards. And the question to ask yourself right now is, who am I? Whatever you get as an answer or response, just let it go. Just let it go. Just let it go. And again, breathe in and ask the question inwards. Drop it inwards. Who am I? Let go. Let the question go. Let it sink deeper. Inwards. Downwards. Backwards in you. Who am I? Whatever comes up, just allow it to let go. To let go. And to let go. And again, who am I? Allow it to sink inwards, downwards, as a rock sinking in water, deeper and deeper. And deeper. And let go. Just let it go. And let go of this as well. And then allow yourself to rest in this. Just allow yourself now, easily, naturally, joyfully, to rest as this right now. Great, thank you. And from this space and this place of joy, of calm, just allow yourself now to get in touch with your true self, your highest self, your fullest potential. And allow it to make itself known to you in whatever way it will. Ask it to say hi, communicate with you. And trust whatever response you get. and ask it, does it have a message for you right now? And whatever that message is, just allow it and embrace it. And when that message comes to you, ask it now. If I were to live my dream life, if I were to make a difference for others and lift them, if I were to fulfill my ultimate potential, can you please show me how that would look like if I landed in one situation, one scenery, where I already did that? And allow yourself to be transported into whatever inner scene that you can feel right now. Great. Now that you feel that inner scene, how does it feel in your body right now? What feelings are strongest? Can you allow the intensity of your feelings to double right now? And with ease, with joy, totally naturally, allow it to double again. Feel into the freedom and the love, the calm and the joy. And notice, who have you become? What's kind of difference are you providing for others? How are you walking? How are you talking? How are you smiling? How are you singing? How are you dancing? How are you living? How are you embracing? With what totality do you live? If you look around at all the people you get to make a difference for, allow yourself to see everyone you're here to support and uplift and coach, and allow them to show themselves for your inner eye. And allow them to see you. And you can open your heart and receive their warm gratefulness and their love, their thankfulness for who you are and how you have supported them. And ask them if they have a message for you right now. Great. As you allow yourself to take all of this in and allow yourself to be seen as who you are, imagine right now you have your nearest and dearest family and friends around you as well. And now they totally see who you really are. And they bow to you, they thank you, they applaud you, and they salute you. Take it in. You're loved, you're seen, you're heard, you're accepted as who you are. And it's as if it's this magical mirror straight behind you, where you can turn around and it's this full body, even greater than full body mirror with golden frames. And you can look into that mirror and see the full you, the most expansive, beautiful version of you. How does that look like? See who you really are and allow yourself to be seen as who you really are. How does that feel? How do you sense yourself now? Does this version of you in the mirror have a message for you? Hmm. Good. From this space and this place, what is the best focus for you going forward? What is the message you want to send to your present self meditating this? What is the most important focus for you in your life right now and going forward? How may you be of service, of love going forward? Who are you called to make a difference for going forward? And what is the one thing for you to focus on right now, today? Now that all that is clear for you, in these very moments, what can you feel grateful for right now? And again, what can you feel grateful for right now? You can start with small things or big things. It's all up to you. Whatever is true, allow it. And ask yourself, what can you feel grateful for right now? And what can you feel grateful for right now? And so allow yourself to go into that feeling of gratefulness. You can also sense your body. You can start to sense where you are in the world. And everything you created in this meditation is a part of you. It's a part of your truth that you have been opening to. It's been there all along. And now it's yours. And you can let go of how it should be and allow yourself to surrender into this moment, to surrender into who you're meant to be and do the best you can and let go of trying to be perfect. Let go of needing to having it one way. Just allow yourself to be present. Come back to this meditation. Feel free to save it. Feel free to go deeper in it. Because every time you do it, it will open new layers in who you are and your access to that. You're welcome. I love you. See you next time. Have a beautiful day. And one last thing. What can you feel grateful for right now? Thanks. And thank you for you being here in the live stream. I appreciate the comments coming while I was live, but also I appreciate you being here in the replay, because I know most people will be in the replay. And feel free to leave a comment. I see one comment, a question from someone saying, is it okay to have the eyes open, to have my eyes open while doing this? Oh yeah, it is. Even though after a while, after doing it a couple times, you feel more safe doing it. And when closing your eyes, you'll have more of a vivid experience. But when you've been doing it for 20 years plus, then you can open your eyes. Oh, 25, 30 years, you can actually open your eyes and do it as well. So it's a part of your journey. You decide. There's also a lot of beautiful comments from a master coach here called Hilde. Thank you so much. And I will say to all of you being here in the live stream, since a lot of you are speaking Norwegian, and if you speak some other language as well, just type your comments in your own language. I can read it, or I have some beautiful translation happen for me. So no worries, just share and express in your own language. There's two more things I wanted to share. I'm going to talk about how to train your intuition in a moment, but I just want to say that right now, You have shifted your state into who you are meant to be, into how you can live your life. And a great way of getting to like a peak experience of it again and again and again is to share this with others. So you decide how you would like to do that. If you have someone in life that you think should see this, please share this with them. And or or you don't have to. It's cool. If you want to be someone who uplifts, who coaches, who lifts others in this way, then by this video you'll see the link to my trainings where I show you how to do this and how the master coaches are doing that. So thankfully, thanks, says Katrina. Catherine, that's cool. Thank you. And so the trainings are in English, it's petersvenning.com, and in Norwegian, it's petersvenning.no for Norway. And you can also have my Norwegian book if you would like, which is coachbook.com. No, sorry, coachbook.no. Yeah, anyways. So, yeah. And there's one of you saying here, I'm going to share my intuition tweak in a moment. One of you saying, my message for myself today was power up your voice in the right channel. Know where to put your energy. Yeah. And this is smart because as I told one of the coaches, one of the master coaches I had a one-on-one call with the other day, it's like the sun has so much energy that it can illuminate and warm up and heaten up the whole planet and the universe. Well, the solar system at least. But if you take a magnifying glass, the detectives use those magnifying glass, and you put it between the sun and a piece of wood, then the energy from just this radius of sun going into one focal point brings enough energy that it burns a hole in the wood. And you have that same opportunity to allow all your shine, all your brightness, all your light and energy to have a focal point and just reach one place. That's when you're powerful. So that's a great message from your higher self to yourself. Yes. Thank you so much for your comments. And one last thing, it's a funny thing. I've been training a training before. Let me know if you want more of it. It's on how to train your intuition, because our master coach method is something I call truth bomb attraction. We use truth in 3 levels in our coaching businesses. First, we find out who is our target audience and how we get to serve them, but also what is their main problem. If you, as Einstein said, if you focus on the problem, you'll find a solution. So if you focus on their problem and talk to them about the problem and describe it in a way they can't even talk about it themselves, they instantaneously look upon you as an expert. And then you talk to them about their problem, their issue, and you get a hope that something else is possible. That is the first step in truth bomb attraction. The second step in truth bomb attraction is that when they have consumed your story and feel drawn to you, then they will actually connect with you. You can chat with them or you can talk to them, and you can ask them some really great strategic open-ended questions that really have them explore what's holding them back and what they really want. And then you can come with a truth bomb attraction, which is you find the deeper truth of why they're held back, and you share that with them. So first they have feel so seen and heard in the way you explore where they are stuck, and then you're exploring what's possible and you give them hope. And then you go into your deepest intuitive truth. This is where you use your intuition and some experience in a proper way to really hit home with the truth bomb attraction. And the first time I experienced this myself is I was a young monk. As you maybe know, I was a monk for 5 years, and I was very sincere in my spiritual seeking, but not so sincere in following rules and regulations. So I got thrown out of the one monk sect after another, because the monks have really strict regulations, and some of them are cool because they're there to support you, but a lot of them are old and stuck in a more of a political system of power struggles, and I don't like that at all, ever. So I want to be just follow my heart, what's true. That does not mean doing stuff which will hurt myself or others, but just like being a military structure, that's not for my heart. So I got thrown out of the one sect because they didn't want me to go meet a wise man that came to the same area. I was like, what? Why not? It's like, oh, he's connected to his heart, and that's all that matters. No, he's from a different school. Come on. So I got thrown out there. The second one, well, just so you know how stupid it was, it's like we had a 6-week pilgrimage in holy mountains of India, barefoot, and we didn't see like a mirror or a washroom or a bathroom for 6 weeks. And I grew a long beard, and I never had a beard before, and it was dark. It looked like that Bin Laden guy. And when I came back to a town or small town with a mirror, I backed out of the room because wow, who's this crazy guy with a turban and this like long black beard? It looks scary. And then I looked again and I did like this and I waved and the mirror waved back. It was me. So I found this so strange and funny that I didn't want to cut off this beard. I wanted to like have it for a few days to enjoy this strange scenario. But that was the wrong thing to do because every other monk, like hundreds of monks, they shaved up. And they looked so funny with their beards. And now suddenly they didn't. They looked very strict. And I was like, yeah, but I'm keeping mine in school. And then I got thrown out because I did not follow the rules and regulations and all the spiritual benefits I could have from the pilgrimage of walking barefoot in the mountains with like poor health for 6 weeks that would be taken away from me. I was like, what? Is that between you in the temple and me? I thought it was between me and the man up there. I mean, come on. This is the connection I'm opening up, not you and the community. So I got thrown out as well. So the guru, though, he saw me as who I am. So I came to him the first time and I asked him all the right questions because there's a few questions called Guru Tatva. You're supposed to ask a guru the first time you meet him. And I babbled my questions and I looked straight into my eyes and I answered a question that I never ever had dared to ask anyone. And I started to tremble and I was shaking for 3 days straight. And I knew I found my guru. And when I asked him to become my spiritual master and me, his students, he said, yeah, come in, I'll initiate you in my private quarters. And I came in with a group of others from different countries. And he looked at them and they were all living in a temple confinement within the structure of this sect, which is cool, but I didn't. And he looked at them and then looked at me and I said, I'll do this in 2 separate ways. And then they looked at me and then just started talking about like the divine nature, God, divinity is so beautiful. Everything, every moment is so luminous and beautiful. And just go into this heart and find your way in and do this as much as you possibly can, as much as you easily can, was actually his words. And he just talked about love and being in service and love, 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 love. So it was so beautiful, and he initiated me and gave me a spiritual name and all that. And then he turned around and he looked at like 6 other people, and he gave really hard instructions on rules and regulations. And then come back in 2 years, and I'll take it to the next level. So I felt I had a very unique experience. But back to what I was really saying, we use this truth bomb attraction to tell a story to our ideal clients, potential clients. So they come in and we talk to them about where they're stuck and where they want to be and give them hope and give them clarity. And then we connect to the deepest heart of hearts in us and in them. And we put words to why they're really stuck. Could it be this, this, or this? And they feel so touched and shaking with truth. And then they beg to become clients. I just don't want to be your client. I need to become your client. So they enroll and our coaches transform their lives. And if you want to have some kind of magic touch, if you want to be able to do this with people and uplift yourself, uplift people that you love and care about, your family, your friends, your co-workers, and you want to do it with potential clients as well, then, you know, I already mentioned you can go over to petersvenning.com and get my free training. I'll show you how to do it. Or you can, if you're Norwegian, you can go over to petersvenning.no, get the same experience in Norwegian, or you can even check out one of my books, and you can go to coachbok.no for Norwegian book. Yeah. Okay. And then the last thing I wanted to mention, two things. Again, please tell me, how is this long ass live stream going for you? Is this something you want me to keep on doing? If so, let me know in the comments, and let me know that you've been watching like 55 minutes, because that's a long time. And then this morning, my son, he woke me up at 6 a.m. and he started asking me quiz questions, like 10 of them or something, that he came up with himself. Genius. About Kirby and the Forgotten Land, which is a computer video game I haven't even played, or to be honest, I haven't played most of them because I don't like them. But he asked me all these questions, and it was questions which, like, would this character from this game enter walk over the street on green lights or on red lights? And it was a yes and no, like green and red. And I had no idea. I never heard of any other characters. So I had to feel in to my intuition. And I just answered whatever my intuition said. And this went on. And he was like, wow, you're really good. Wow, you're really good. Wow, you're really good. It went on for 10 once. And then he had a pause. And I said, I have one more. What about the character Marx? Would he enter on a red light or green light? And then I was like, Marx. And I started to think of the philosopher, the thinker, the historical person Karl Marx, who wrote whatever, The Capital, I think, which is one of the thoughts patterns behind communism, without the tyranny, I think. But anyways, so I was like, And I started to think and analyze, would that guy, walk on red light or green light? And I gave the answer from my head. And that was my 11th attempt. And it was wrong. Because the first 10 ones, I felt into my intuition what is right. The 11th one, I tried to use my brain. It didn't work. So allow yourself to enter into your deep intuitive space. Combine that with coaching tools to master yourself and master helping others. And then a very simple 3-step truth bomb attraction business plan. And you're off to the races. You're good to go to make a dent in the universe and to serve the world. Thank you so much for being with me all this time. I hope this was joyful for you. It was certainly for me. I'm about to have my first real call with a potential participant in a Master Coach, Elevated Master Coach certification program. It's happening in a few minutes. I just love you. Thank you for being here. Much love. Ciao. Thank you for your comments.